Hello guys, and welcome to your pick a card reading. So today I've got two separate options for you guys, okay? We've got option number one, which is this cranberry sauce little salt shaker. So cute. Option number two, which is the cranberry sauce outside of the can. Little pepper shaker. The timestamps are going to be down below in the description box where you guys can get straight to the timestamp and go straight to your message, okay? Like this video, guys, to show some love. Subscribe if you have not already. Starting off with group number one, let's get straight into your message and see what it is that you need to know, right? Meow. So I pulled a lot of cards for you guys today. I don't typically pull this many cards, but I really felt guided to pull a lot of cards. Okay, so first off, we have Candle Magic, Healer, the Healer, the Revealer. Oh, I almost forgot. Okay, so I like to channel a quick little message with the actual salt or pepper shaker first. So let's get into that really quickly. It's so funny because on the top here it says America's favorite. I feel like you are the favorite. And if you don't feel like you are, this is what is manifesting for you. You're becoming like a fan, like a favorite. Like, I don't know, like I'm getting like a lot of people will call you their favorite person kind of thing. I'm also getting like you're juicylicious. And I'm getting that song like, I don't think you're ready for this jelly. I don't know, so maybe a lot of people find you attractive, okay? And again, if you don't feel like this is your energy now, I feel like that's going to be your energy. People want to take a peek inside. So if you don't resonate with that just yet, you're gonna feel like this is happening rather quickly, I feel. And you know what? With cranberry sauce, I typically get that November, Thanksgiving kind of vibe. But I feel like by November, this will have manifested where you're going to feel like it's kind of unreal how many people really, really love you and like how valued you feel. I feel like you're going to feel like you're a part of some sort of community, like you belong somehow. Like, I don't know, you find like either new family, like friends you call family, or you like reconnect with your family in a way better way, and you're like somehow the favorite now. I don't know, I'm just getting like you are standing out in a positive way. And if you don't feel like it yet, again, it'll happen between now and November. Then we have Reflection. I'm gonna lay all the cards out here, guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and lay them down. Queen of Water. And I'm going to lay them down in the order that I feel that I need to also. Yeah, so we have the Queen of Water, the Page of Cups, Star Vibes, the Empress, Three of Cups, Messenger of Earth, Intense Emotions. We have this little card here. It's a dog laying in bed. The Emperor, the Queen of Wands, this card here, the Ace of Water, Emperor again. You have the Emperor from two different decks. One is the lion and the other one has a ram. Vibration. Your vibration is being raised to higher levels. You are connected to cosmic intelligence. Release attachments. Be free of expectations. Feel great about letting go. Longing gives vibe of not having. So I want to note that there's 2 of the emperors and an empress here. Overarching energy. You are raising your vibration. So this collective, you guys are 1000% raising your vibration. Okay. You're not allowing for other people's energy to affect you. I feel like there's other people around you. You're going to see, again, between now and November, other people around you are going to have intense emotions. You are going to be in this healer energy. You are a healer. You're a healer, a great revealer. And you embody both the Queen of Water and the Queen of Wands energy. Now that's regardless of gender, okay? This doesn't have to do with gender. This just has to do with the energy you embody, which means, for you specifically, right now, between now and November, your energy is going to very much be emotionally balanced, but also able to understand the emotions of others deeply. I feel like you're someone who's full of a lot of compassion, but you're also very attractive with the Queen of Wands. It's a very dualistic energy because we have the water and the fire. So you're very balanced, and you may not have always felt that way. I feel like in the past you may have yourself been overwhelmed by intense emotions of yourself, of your own, or of others. And this is something that you're greatly developing within yourself this lifetime. I really feel for this collective, you are destined to be a healer. You're called to be a healer or guide of some kind, okay? And you're doing so by healing yourself first and guiding yourself first. And I want to read the back of this card for you really quickly. It says, you are a super high... Oh my gosh, no way. It literally says, you are a super high vibe being that is attracted to other stars. And then in parentheses it says, high vibing, bright, genuine, happy, loving, sweet, bold, confident, self-assured, balanced, intuitive, positive, uplifting people with good intentions. So that's what it means by stars. This card is referring to a star as a high vibrational being that embodies those traits. They're high vibing, they're bright, they're genuine, happy, loving, everything I just said. Okay. Right now, you are guided to connect more with other stars. It will be very clear to your intuition who your true soul family members are. On the front here, it says star vibes, attracting other stars, good intentions, supportive, confidence. We spread light, we love love, we shine. The essence of divinity, super high vibes, attraction mode, and sexy. This is literally both the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Water combined. Literally high vibrational, intuitive, balanced, happy, loving, sweet, bold, and confident. That is so funny that I put this card here to clarify those 2 queens as your energy. And on top, the overarching card is the vibration card, which is confirming everything else that we went over already. Okay? It just confirms the message further. You have been raising your vibration, but between now and November, there will be a more radical increase to the vibration that you embody. There will be a great rising of your vibration. And I feel like it largely has to do with the fact that you're going to be connecting with the right people. You are a star. You have star energy. And star energy also is someone who emanates hope, positivity, optimism, good vibes. And they usually are very attractive as well. So I feel like this is your energy. You are that energy. And you are going to be coming across other beings that are also extremely attractive and high vibrational like you. Now, it may be one at a time between now and November. You may have already met some of these people. I feel very strongly you've met at least one of these people somehow. And you're going to continue to meet more here and there. And you guys are going to start like growing a community. It may not be like a community officially, but I feel like you're going to start to either grow like some sort of group, community, or even a friend circle. It's going to start to evolve and get bigger and bigger and bigger, one person at a time. And you guys are all going to be in this star energy where you're actually good people, good intentions, want to have fun, attractive, and attract other attractive people. Okay. I feel like what's helping you stay in that energy and also be in attraction mode is by releasing attachments. You're not putting such high expectations on social events, social gatherings, other people. Mainly, you're not putting such high expectations on other people. You're kind of letting go, and you're not longing for other star connections. You're just kind of allowing the divine to bring the right connections to you. If you have someone specifically in mind, I feel like you are kind of like releasing kind of control of what happens there. And you're kind of more so going with the flow and being optimistic about the connections that do unfold as they are meant to. Again, I feel like in the past, you may have felt like intense emotions, especially socializing. For some of you, socializing in general. For others of you, you felt intense emotions around like maybe a crush or something, if you felt like someone was attractive there. And I feel like a lot of that had to do with energy enmeshment, and also possibly having a strong attachment to wanting the outcome to be positive, which created resistance. Okay. Again, I feel like you're releasing that. You've released that greatly. You're continuing to release that. And so because of that, I see much happier social interactions, social gatherings, friendships, celebrations, and I see you developing compassionate, genuine, real connections because you're open to it now. Not to say you weren't open to it before, but you're more healed now than you have been. And so you're putting out more green flags than red flags. Okay? So that's what I'm seeing here. I really feel like a lot of people are going to be very attracted to you and your vibe now. And even people in the past that felt like you were like too much, or like whatever it was. Some of them may have felt like you were too much, or like whatever it is. They may have judged you in some way negatively based upon social interactions or something like that. Maybe they thought you weren't grounded enough or whatever. Or they just couldn't connect with you long enough because of whatever reason, okay? I feel like those that kind of like rejected you in the past, or kind of like, blew you off, or did not really value your friendship or connection, whether friendship or love or business or whatever, I feel that, maybe even coven, whatever, I feel that they're going to acknowledge now that they dropped the ball. They fumbled the bag, and they're going to realize that, like, it's like they dropped that cup, like that fish flopped out. They let that fish get away. They're like, oh man, that was a real one. They're going to, so I see people seeing your value now, and this is family, friends, business part, like whatever. It's going to be in all areas of life. People will start to see your value a lot more between now and November. And I feel like, again, some of them are already starting to see your value, and it may, for some reason, for some of them be like kind of that feeling of like seeing the value a little too late. Hindsight's 2020 kind of thing. That's, what I see so far. Now, I do feel, again, like, I feel like you are someone who is very in tune with your own emotions and desires and needs and wants. You're very much okay by yourself and your own energy, which is what has helped you to release any sort of attachment to any sort of outcome, is feeling like you're happy in your own energy, you're vibing, you're thriving alone. And if anyone else wants to jump on the bandwagon, then hurrah, cool. As long as they're cool, chill, no drama. So I just see you being super attractive because you're not trying to manipulate people. You're not trying to control situations. You have no ulterior motives. You're literally just in your own lane, and if people want to like hang out and like vibe with you, fine, and if not, fine too. So that's what I see. You know, you've done a lot of reflecting, you've done a lot of inner work, you've done a lot of shadow work, and I feel that that's aided you in embracing your emperor energy as well, your masculinity, regardless of gender. You have very strong feminine energy and very strong masculine energy. So there's a good balance within you now. And I feel that this is attracting, again, a lot of friends, but also possible romantic interest, like really good matches in regards to friendship, love, collaborations that are business related. But mainly I'm getting what it's attracting is a lot of emotional fulfilling connections. I'm really getting that you're manifesting many emotionally fulfilling interactions and connections. And you may have felt in the past like you were not very good at forming deep connections or having like your social interactions go smoothly. But I feel like that's changing radically. And again, I feel like it's already been changing like recently. You've like been seeing positive little shifts. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here. I'm just seeing like mainly your message is you are emanating these star vibes and you're attracting other people with star vibes as well. I feel like there's going to be communication of like someone who's interested in you romantically. So I feel like a lot of people may have deep emotions for you and really value you, where again in the past they did not. That's gonna like totally flip. And I'm also seeing a perfect match here with the Emperor and the Empress. There's a perfect match that I see coming together. And any sort of connection that you feel is still pretty like new, I do see it developing, whether it's friendship, love, romance, work, career, whatever. Any sort of like new connections I see developing and growing and being very solid, very solid connections that you can actually count on. So it's funny, as soon as you kind of like say, all right, I'm cool like with my own energy, I'm not forcing anything, I'm not forcing friendships, I'm not forcing connections, all the connections are coming in now. Which is so funny. It is just so funny. I feel like you've been taking all the right steps, and I feel like this is what you've wanted. With the candle magic there, I feel like you manifested this. You manifested true, genuine connections, and they're coming in quick, fast, and in a hurry. That is your collective message, guys. If you do at times feel intense emotions, your advice is to just ground your energy, release attachments, release expectations, and just let things be. Don't focus too much on other people and what they're doing, what they're thinking. Focus more so on you and your experience in the present moment. Being in it, not thinking about it. Thinking is different than being, okay? But yeah, people find you very attractive right now. You are super duper attractive. And that could be physically. I feel for this stack, it is both physically and energetically, vibrationally, mentally, emotionally, in every sense of the word. And again, you're going to find people expressing their feelings for you to you. Whether it's friends saying, I love you so much. Or if it's a love interest saying, I really want to take this to the next level. Whatever the case is, you're going to have people be very expressive of their gratitude and feelings for you to you. Okay? You're going to just see it. You're just going to see it. It's going to be very clear because the right people are going to be super expressive that you are their person. They're like, you're my best friend. Or you're the love of my life. I don't know. It's just going to be like, they're not going to care. They want everyone to know how they feel. They're not going to try to hide it. Okay? That is your pick a card reading. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at www.theenchantedone.com. I will see you guys later. Those of you that chose option number 2, the cranberry outside of the can. I'm going to go ahead and channel your message, guys. You know, I like to do a quick channeled message before I get into the cards. The last group, they were the cranberry sauce in a can. You are already like unveiled. You've already taken off the can. So I'm getting passion. I'm getting like very passionate and even sensual energy here. Some of you may like, I don't know, I'm seeing like drinking. Not saying everyone has a drink. If you don't drink, ignore that part of the message. Okay? But for those of you that like to drink, especially red wine, I'm seeing like red wine in your future. If you're not supposed to be drinking, this is not a sign to drink. If you're not supposed to drink, don't drink. You know, let's all use our common sense here. I'm getting celebrations. With you guys, I'm getting like celebrations, like get-togethers, celebrations, and it could be drinking grape juice. But I'm just getting like grape juice, wine, something like that. It doesn't have to be alcoholic. I'm just getting like drinks like this color, okay? And I'm also getting like really good food with other people. Like I feel like you're gonna have like guests over for dinner or be invited as guests out to dinner or something. I don't know. I'm just getting that kind of vibe, okay? All right. You guys have the witch card. Again, if you don't identify as a witch, that's fine. You don't have to. It's just a card. And then we've got nature spirits. We have shielded against psychic attack. And that, I feel I'm going to put that up here. That feels like overarching energy. We've got the Queen of Swords. The Strength card. The Death card. Don't freak out. The Temperance card. Death card does not mean literal death. Don't freak out. You have the Magician. The Moon card. The Nine of Air. The Six of Fire. The Three of Fire. And dreams. The universe speaks to you through your dreams. That is also overarching energy. Darkest before dawn. Breakdown before breakthrough. Major shift is in progress. Dissolving barriers. Ascending. Then we have the gummy bear. Or I'm sorry, magical gummy bear. And then the Magician again. Action, creativity, and success. So you have the Magician here twice. And I'm going to rearrange these in the way that I feel it needs to be. Like most of you are actual witches. If you're watching this, you are most likely a witch or on that path, or will find yourself to be on that path eventually. Okay? It's in your calling. It's in your energy. You can use that term, or you can use another term like mystic or magician, or, you know, you don't have to use it. It's just a word. Okay? It's just a word to describe somebody who is powerful, especially in manifestation. What I'm seeing here is very, very clear. Let's first start off with one of your overarching energy cards, which is the Spitting Fire. You have loyal allies, shielded against psychic attack. Hater is blocked. An op spitting fire, unbothered and protected. So if you see here, there's like that op spitting fire in your direction, but you have like this little puppy on top of you. Here you are, unbothered. And these are two separate like little energies. They're not enmeshed, they're not together. It's like this hater's trying to spit fire, but they're blocked. Okay? And then on the back it says, someone hostile and angry wants to cross you, but you are shielded from drama, conflict, or harm. Even if it tries to reach you, your guardians, seen and unseen, are actively working to keep you calm and clear-headed. Let others burn in their own chaos. Your peace is not theirs to disturb. Well, hopefully no one's burning in any chaos, but, you know, that's what it says. And then the dreams. The universe speaks to you through dreams. Okay. First of all, there are major, major, major transformations and transitions that you're going through in life. Most of you already right now. Okay? I'm just seeing a huge, with the Death card here, that just means a huge ending in order for it to make way for a new beginning. Okay? And then with the Darkest Before Dawn, okay, I really feel with that and the Nine of Air and the Queen of Swords, you're going to be stepping into this Queen of Swords energy, which is an energy that's very direct, very clear in communication, very blunt sometimes, especially when they have to be. But they're also very perceptive. They see everything that's going on around them very clearly, without confusion, without doubt. I feel like in the past, you may have had sleepless nights, insomnia. And if you still have that now, you're coming out of that energy. Remember, this is either your past or it's becoming your past. The Nine of Swords, the Nine of Air, which is fear, anxiety. And if you have fear or anxiety due to major changes or transitions in your life, which could be in the form of like shocking negative news or a shocking negative experience or a shocking negative discovery, or something that happens that feels like a temporary loss, such as, a divorce, a breakup, moving, ultimately, I see that you're going to be letting go of something familiar. And I feel like it's a good thing. Whatever it is that you're letting go of that's familiar was causing you anxiety, fear, sleepless nights, or something like that. It was causing you to feel uneasy and unbalanced, especially like mentally unbalanced. I feel that you've learned to find your balance even with whatever this is in your life. You've learned to find your balance even with whatever it is that's been throwing you off. So I almost feel like you could keep this thing in your life, whether it's a person, place, house, thing, situation, whatever. You almost feel like you could make it work with it because you found your balance even with it. But you are going to be cutting it out. Whatever this is that's familiar to you. Again, it could be a person, a place, a thing, whatever. Or even a pet for some of you. And again, you may feel unsettled before this new phase fully takes roots. And that may manifest an emotional heaviness, fear of the unknown, fear of not knowing what's next. Everyone fears change. A lot of people fear change. But I feel that you will make up your mind and you will decide to cut something out of your life. You're going to just wake up one day and decide, that's it. I'm cutting this out of my life. I really feel like it's going to be like one day, you're just going to wake up and do it. Now, I feel like usually in these transitional periods, again, a lot of people face heavy emotions and fear. But I actually feel like for you, you're going to balance it. You're going to find your balance through the chaos because you know that it's darkest before the dawn. You know what's ahead is way better than what you're cutting out of your life. Or whatever you're ending, maybe it's quitting a job. It's going to vary, okay? There's so many things that I feel this can manifest as. There's definitely a big ending to something that has felt familiar in your life. But I feel like it's for the best, which is why you're going to navigate this quite well. Now, leading up to making that decision may have caused you fear and anxiety and sleepless nights. But I feel like when you go to make that decision, you're not going to have those emotions anymore. And if they do come up, you will find your balance rather quickly. I feel like the direction you're headed in is very much guided. Very, very guided by a higher power. We have the Temperance card here. So like there's a higher power, even with the Magician card here twice, and the Magical Gummy Bear and the Witch card. I really feel like there are higher powers, magical powers at play in order for you to be where you need to be to feel better. Because if you see here, there's this being with wings and they look balanced and pretty fun. They look okay. They look fine. But it's the Nine of Air, which is like, again, usually a really negative card. Your spirit team wants to guide you from this energy, negative energy. Though you're thriving in the negative energy, they're still trying to guide you towards the Temperance card to embody that energy, which is a lot more peaceful. You won't have to fight to have your peace. You won't have to tiptoe on eggshells to have your peace. You won't have to find the perfect balance 24/7. Like, like every step matters because I'll be thrown off. You'll just naturally be living that peace. Okay. So your spirit team is guiding you. Everything is guided, and it's to protect you against something that is negative. And I really feel like it's a person, honestly. Okay. Now, I feel like for some of you, this is definitely about a relationship. Because with the moon card here, like there's this one couple here and then there's a different couple there. This one's holding a mirror. This one's holding a wine glass. Oh my gosh. Look, okay, so this one is holding a mirror. And that one's literally holding a wine glass. And then the way I positioned it, it's like this is the past and this is the future. And literally that confirms the channel message on you drinking wine, red wine, or like grape juice in there if you can't have alcohol. Okay. So that just is great confirmation. For a lot of you, I feel like this is about a relationship. I feel like you are leaving a relationship. For those of you in this situation where you're leaving a relationship, this is this part of the message. If you're with your partner and you know you're not leaving them, ignore this part of the message, okay? This is only for those specifically in that situation. For those of you who are leaving a relationship, I feel like you're leaving a relationship where you felt very much more like you were very self-reflective. And I feel like you grew a lot through that old relationship. And you found your self-worth while you were in that relationship. And I really feel like you discovered your worth greatly. And you realized you wanted something different. I also feel that in the previous relationship that you're leaving behind, you were a lot more possibly like alone. You felt more lonely, which is what helped you love your company more. And the next relationship that you're going to be in, I see a lot more fun, a lot more celebration, a lot more joy and desire, and I also got that. I got like passion, sexual energy. It's going to be a lot more fulfilling emotionally and also like passionately. Because I feel like that person is going to see your value immediately. And they're going to know like to cherish you. Where the past person perhaps did not. Or even if they did see your value, the past person, they may not have expressed it as much. Okay? Anyways, so that's what I'm seeing here for those of you who are leaving a relationship and will be entering a new one. The new one will be better, and it will most likely lead to something like marriage. I want to say it will be leading to marriage, but I don't want to put that pressure on you guys. And I also feel that if for those of you leaving a relationship for a new relationship, I feel like you're going to feel a lot more centered, peaceful, balanced, and harmonious within yourself. And you're just going to be enjoying the peace and calm in your life that comes with this new relationship. With the Strength card too, I just really feel like you're going to be manifesting the relationship you actually want. I feel like with the Witch, the Magician, I feel like you and this person are manifesting each other. For those of you in that situation, you both are manifesting this connection somehow, whether you know each other or not. Literally, specifically, I'm just getting like you both have a strong desire, and it's like you're the perfect match to each other. Okay. I feel like you tame each other's inner beast. You tame each other's minds naturally. You just like tame each other. You just naturally bring peace to the other, just naturally. And I do feel that you already now have a vision for your future that is positive, which is why you're guided in this direction. And you will find victory in your future in regards to love for those of you in that situation. Now let's get back to the overall message though. That message did want to come through though, very strongly. Overall, again, there's major changes in your life. You may resist, But ultimately, I do feel that you will rise above any sort of chaos with the power of your mind and the power of your focus. And I see you being really motivated to take action to create more peace within your life, within your mind, within your emotions. And I do see you being victorious and creating peace in your mind, emotions, and life. And I do see the outcome here being a peaceful, victorious marriage. Now, again, for those of you that are leaving one connection for and end up in another, that is what I see as the outcome. I really feel like you guys are very powerful manifestors. And you're being told to pay attention to your dreams right now because they are giving you messages about people around you and situations around you, okay? You're manifesting super powerfully. Taking action aligned with your desires is going to create great success. And I do see that happening. Again, I'm getting like a lot of like magical vibes here with you guys. You guys are just super magical. You're super magical. You're super like a super powerful manifester. And with your ability to manifest, I see you getting away from any sort of negative people. Anyone that wants to be a hater, I see you cutting them out of your life. Okay? I'm also seeing you cutting out bad habits from your life. Okay? I see you cutting out bad habits. I see you like leaving behind, again, any haters and headed towards where you find victory or who like celebrates you, lifts you up naturally. And so ultimately I'm seeing great peace in your life. And I feel like what makes you very powerful is the ability to tame your own mind and emotions. And I feel like if you're already good at that, you're going to be even better. You're going to be the master of your own mind and emotions and internal realm, which is going to aid you in mastering your reality experience and finding great victory. And I also see a big expansion here. If you guys are like trying to find success in anything right now, I really feel that you will find it greatly. I don't know, it just feels like your future feels like super different than your past and even possibly where you are now. I feel like now you may have felt like in a rut or like stuck or like barely hanging on kind of. but also balancing it all well at the same time. And I'm more so getting like coming out of a rut though. I'm more so getting that you're coming out of a rut. And you will find yourself taking the right steps towards success and towards new, very, very magical experiences that are super fulfilling and make you feel like so aligned and like you're definitely in the right place at the right time. Okay? There's divine synchronicities in your life. There's divine guidance, divine intervention in your life. And your will is very strong. And so I see you getting what you want. I see you getting and manifesting what you want. Your power of manifestation is very strong right now. So keep manifesting. That is your pick a card reading. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at www.theenchantedone.com. You guys have an enchanted day.